My girlfriend discovered my relatives viciously mocking her. She took Friday morning off to prepare a massive surprise. We were in Lake Tahoe for my parents' 35th anniversary. She planned the 4-day weekend down to the hour. She rented a multi-level cabin near Emerald Bay, paid the $1,250 deposit herself, and hired a private chef for Saturday night. On Friday, she went to town to pick up a custom-engraved silver platter she'd ordered months in advance. Before leaving, she mounted my GoPro on the kitchen island, recording a time-lapse of the sunset for a tribute video. She forgot to disable the audio recording. I was outside on the lower deck chopping firewood. When she returned, she plugged the SD card into her MacBook on the patio to review the footage. That's exactly when she heard it. My dad, older brother, and aunt were sitting right next to the microphone. My dad complained that she was entirely too desperate for our family's approval. He laughed, saying, "It's honestly pathetic how much she tries to buy our affection." My brother snorted loudly, adding that her voice gave him a severe migraine and that I was obviously only with her because I was settling for safety. My aunt chimed in, claiming her career as a freelance graphic designer wasn't a real job and that I would be supporting her financially forever. I walked up the wooden patio stairs just as she closed her laptop screen. She wasn't weeping. She wasn't throwing. She was just sitting upright, staring blankly at the black screen, her jaw tight, hands perfectly still on the aluminum keyboard. She looked up at me, and her eyes were completely empty. She whispered quietly, "I don't think I can do this anymore." For 3 entire years, she had bent over backwards for these people. When my brother's landscaping truck broke down last spring, she willingly co-signed a $9,500 bank loan so he wouldn't lose his entire business. She spent 3 sleepless weekends coding my dad's contracting website so he could get online clients. She even flew out to Phoenix last October to help my aunt pack up her house after her messy divorce. All of them smiled brightly to her face. All of them gladly took her money, her time, and her professional skills without a second thought. I didn't try to comfort her with empty, meaningless words. I just told her to pack her bags immediately. I marched straight into the living room where my dad, brother, and aunt were sipping the $140 bottle of Macallan Scotch she had personally gifted them that morning. I didn't yell or scream. I pulled out my phone, connected to the cabin's smart TV, and mirrored the GoPro file. I pressed play at maximum volume. Their own voices echoed loudly off the vaulted wooden ceilings. It's honestly pathetic how much she tries to buy our affection. My dad's face dropped entirely. My brother actually choked on his expensive drink. I paused the video and stared at them. I said, "She paid for the roof over your heads right now. She bought the expensive liquor in your glasses. And she just heard every single word you said." My aunt tried to nervously stutter out an excuse about it being a private, misunderstood conversation taken out of context. My dad tried to claim it was just a dark joke. I grabbed the heavy silver anniversary platter she had left on the granite counter, the one beautifully engraved with their names and wedding date, and dropped it directly into the stainless steel trash can. It made a deafening metallic crack. We drove back down the mountain in complete heavy silence. She canceled the private chef and pulled her credit card from the cabin reservation file, legally leaving them to foot the $2,400 remaining bill. For an entire week, she barely spoke a word to me, just burying herself deep in her graphic design projects. Then, on Thursday at 2:15 p.m., my brother had the absolute audacity to call herself not to offer a sincere apology. His business loan was under a random banking review, and he urgently needed her to verify some tax paperwork because her name was on the joint account. He actually thought things were completely normal enough to ask for another massive financial favor. She didn't get angry or yell at him. She just calmly informed him that she was formally initiating the legal paperwork to remove herself as a co-signer, meaning his bank loan would be called in immediately. And then she hung up and blocked his number forever. I still lie awake thinking about that horrible afternoon on the patio. She freely gave them every piece of her heart, and they treated it like a cheap transaction. The ringing sound of that silver platter hitting the bottom of the trash can is something I will never get out of my head.